On today's whiskey review, Blood Oath. Pact number 8. Let's go. What's up, everybody? My name is Justin and welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Tears. And on today's video, oh boy, I'm excited because it's my first time ever tasting, having, owning, looking at, seeing in person Blood Oath Bourbon Whiskey. And today we're doing Blood Oath Pact number 8. First of all, let's just talk about the fact that it is in a solid wood box with Blood Oath stamped, kind of like almost like it was wood fired in there. I don't think it actually is, but it looks amazing all the way around. Absolutely awesome thing to have on your shelf. Blood Oath Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey on the front, finished in Calvados casks, Blood Oath on top, and on the side, Blood Oath certified, Pact number 8, 2022 release. So this is this year's bottle. I recently found this when I was visiting my parents in Delaware. First time I've ever seen Blood Oath before in the wild, so when I saw it, I had to buy it. I did spend $200 on it, which is a bit over MSRP, but if you go online and you try and buy this online, it's going for $400, so I figured, well, that's $200 off of online, I might as well buy it. So I bought this recently in Delaware, and also that means no sales tax, so that helped ease the burden a little bit. But we're gonna taste this one today, we're gonna break it down, we're gonna try it. It looks amazing. The wood smells like just straight sawdust, or like you're in a wood mill. It's awesome. The bottle itself, let's just look at this bottle. Holy crap. Tell me that's not a gorgeous looking bottle. The whiskey inside looks dark. The kind of gold on top of the dark green kind of makes it feel like a mature, aged, older whiskey, and it just looks awesome all around. The wood topper on top with the kind of flare out at the top with the straight edged lines all around. It just looks amazing. 2022 limited release. They only put out 51,000 of these bottles on 2/10 of 2022. It's coming in at 98.6 proof. So we're gonna try it today. Finished in Calvados casks, which is an apple brandy from Normandy or something like that. I've never had it myself, so I'm gonna be interesting to see how that tastes like. Let's read a few things on the bottle here, see if we get anything from it. If we don't, if it's dumb, I'll probably edit it out. But bourbon whiskey finished in Calvados casks, a masterful union of 3 well-bred rye bourbons, all with exceptional pedigree. We open with a bold 14-year-old that evokes with rich butterscotch and hints of chocolate. Next, an 11-year-old excites the palate with a sweet and spicy nose of vanilla and cinnamon. And lastly, an 8-year-old finish in Calvados cask, delivering notes of juicy pears and ripe apples, reminiscent of the oak barrel's previous life. This year, trifecta is one for the ages. This rare pack shall never be made again. Okay, so it's 8-year, 11-year, and 14-year, and which means that officially this becomes an 8-year whiskey because you got to go with the lowest one. So interestingly enough there, the Blood Oath attests that every batch of Blood Oath is the undertaking of one man, a student of both bourbon and science, loyal to no one family, favoring no one distillery, and bound by no philosophy. This bourbon connoisseur has one goal in mind: to seek out bourbons rare and wonderful, famous and forgotten, then bottle them in combinations previously unimagined for a lucky few. Not to cater to anyone's loyalties, he has sworn to never reveal where he finds his bourbon, but only to promise to choose and make the best he knows. Loose lips never tasted something so special. So they don't tell you, the master distiller does not tell you where it was sourced from, but it does say it's from Kentucky. So it's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, straight I believe, yes, yeah, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. So that's what we're dealing with today. I'm really excited to try it. Hopefully you guys are excited for this episode as well. There's a chance I'm not gonna be doing my normal pedigree, which is try it with some ice and on the rocks, just because it's a more expensive bottle and I don't really want to waste it. I'm sorry. We'll see how it goes on the first sip and go from there. But let's do the bottle pop. I actually just opened this one today, so I didn't let this one age out at all, but let's try it. Ooh, now that's a bottle pop right there. It does have the synthetic cork on there, but that was a bottle pop right there if I have ever heard one. So let's just get a whiff out of the bottle, see what we're looking like. Okay, yep, I can smell apples. Let's go ahead and try this bad boy. All right, so using the fancy glass today, got our nice pour in there. Legs look nice and juicy, nice and oily, leaving in a straight line with straight legs down. Color is maybe a little orangey, almost like an apricot kind of color on this one. Let's get into the nose, see what we're getting. Apple cinnamon. Apple cinnamon, almost like a, like those, what are they? Yeah, apple, cinnamon, and pear, but the apple and cinnamon is almost like you smell when you make that apple cinnamon oatmeal. That's really good in the breakfast time in the morning. That's kind of the apple cinnamon smell. Getting some pear on there. Little hint of a sweet chocolate. A little bit of, I do smell that little bit of butterscotch in there. Yeah, I like the nose so far. Nose is really, really nice. The legs are getting even better as we go along. I don't know how well you can see that or not, but got some sweet oak on there as well. So yeah, a very complex nose. I'm picking out little bits of different things every time I go in, which I really like. Yeah, so the apple, cinnamon, pear is kind of the dominant. Then it's overlaid with some chocolate, some butterscotch, some sweet oak. Yeah, that's a pretty good nose right there. I gotta lie, I can't lie. If this tastes anything like the nose, we're in for a treat here with Blood Oath Pact number 8. Is this the most expensive bottle that I own that I've done so far? I think it's the most expensive one I've reviewed. I owned more expensive bottles that I've paid for. Well, actually I didn't pay for this one, but I think this is the most expensive one that I've reviewed on the channel so far. So let's get into the taste. Hopefully it's as good as it smells. Blood Oath Pact number 8. Cheers down the hatch. Oh yeah. We got cinnamon, we got butterscotch, we got some sweet oak, we got vanilla. You can definitely taste the rye in there. Yeah, you can definitely taste the rye in there. It's got, but it's like it coats your tongue in sweet butterscotch and vanilla. A little bit of, you can just get a little bit of that kind of appleiness, and then over top of all that, it's like it's layered in that rye spice flavor that you get. That's really good. That is really, really good. Yeah, butterscotch. Butterscotch is really there for me. The butterscotch really coats the tongue. It's nice and lingering. It lasts 98 proof, I believe it was. 98.6. So it gives you a little tingle going down the throat, but nothing crazy because we haven't even reached 100 here. But that is a good pour of bourbon, if I have to say so myself. Yeah, I held it towards the front of my tongue that time. Got a lot more of the apple, maybe even some of the pear in there. Then it gets into the butterscotchy, caramely, a little bit of vanilla. You got a hint of the cinnamon, not nearly as much as is on your nose when you smell it, but you got the rye spice in there that's really overtaking, and then it kind of just coats your mouth and leaves you with a butterscotch, caramel, vanilla flavor in my mouth that's still there after the last sip. So this is really, really good. I am really happy with it. I am not going to put this with a dash of water or on ice like I normally do. I just think it's too good, too special of a bourbon, since it's more one of the more limited release ones that I own. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I was a little bit nervous that it wasn't gonna live up to my hopes or my expectations. I've never had a Blood Oath before. This is the first time I've ever seen a Blood Oath in person. I've seen them online and, you know, in other videos and all that, but never seen one in person, so I had to buy it. That's really good. I saw some videos saying that people couldn't really get a nose on this one, but I'm having no problem. Now, question is, where do I want to put this on the tier list? I gotta think about this. Where do I want to put this on the tier list? Man, you can really taste the appleiness in there and that pear that you get from the Calvados cask that the 8-year version of the whiskey that's in there was aged in. It's got so many flavors and layers, and then it coats your tongue and it hangs on for a long time. And I always like when the flavors hang on for a while and don't just disappear immediately, because when you have a really good bourbon or whiskey and you just want to be sitting there with a nightcap or hanging out with your friends, you just want to be able to sip on it and then just be sitting there enjoying it. You don't want to have to drink it constantly to keep getting that flavor profile. You want to have that nice flavor profile keep going on. So because of all those reasons, I think I'm gonna do it. I think for the first time here on the channel, because of everything that goes into this bottle, the box, the presentation, the bottle, the color, how everything works together, the nose, the taste, how it lingers in my mouth, I'm doing it. It's going on the S tier. Very first one on the S tier here on the channel, Blood Oath Pact 8. So good, so good. I really am now gonna have to be probably trying the rest of the Blood Oath bourbons if I get a chance, just because it is so dang good. And that means that this currently takes over my #1 spot on Bourbon of the Year, especially for 2022 releases. So far, it edges out Barrel Bourbon 32, which was #1 before this, but towards the end of the year, we'll do blinds and see if that hangs on at the end of the year as well. Plus, I didn't even pop this one and let the air get in there at all before today. I normally pop the bottle and at least let the air hit it a little bit before I drink it for a couple weeks or a month or so, or even longer before I do these reviews, but just straight opened it today, went right into it, and it's that dang good. So it's going on the S tier. If you guys have had this bottle before, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Cheers. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Blood Oath Pact #8. You're going on the S tier. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations, Lux Row Distilleries. You did a great job. I'll catch you guys in the next one.